And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, MBs, for the start of our NECC Week 5 Academy Overwatch here at Valpo. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host.
Speedy Kill Ninja.
And going into this game, right, we're facing the ISU Redbird Rebels. Valpo Academy right now is 2-1 at the standings. ISU Redbirds being 0-4 right now. So should still be a good match, right? Obviously, ISU always makes a run for their money. Right. Definitely a lot of competition that we have going into this. And taking a look really quick at the starting roster before we hop into this game. Obviously, we got Zacher, L, Ramon, Era J, and NH Cool Stuff hopping in. Pretty standard roster that we've seen before, right? Definitely nothing too out of the ordinary for this academy team as we hop into our first map of Nepal.
Yeah, Zacher really likes that Junker Queen. Ramon and L have been doing really good on that Reaper. And then L kind of switching around to some different characters has been flexing around. But this Academy team lost their week 1 matchup, but since then has really improved and been playing really well. Yeah, really excited to see this team kind of continue with their improvement and have a really successful game today.
Yeah, I'm excited to see because obviously Overwatch has gone underneath a couple of changes, so
Yeah.
I do
So
I
this
do
is
like the Junker Queen.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say this is the comp we've seen be super successful.
and this is like the
Junker
classic.
Queen, yeah. The Mei is kind of one that they like switch up a little bit. The Juno, Lucio as support, and then
Mhm.
of course the Reaper. Ramon piloting it this time. So
I think the Mei's just nice because whenever you run a dive comp like this, you need a little bit of zoning, right? You need somebody that's able to not only just wall, but kind of play as a bastion on point, and Mei serves a lot of those roles, especially competitively. It's the reason why she's really annoying to face. So you kind of throw in the bread and butter that this academy team's been playing with kind of a flex in the DPS, and you have a really good recipe for success.
Valpo approaching from the high ground to start off this one. And point is gonna unlock here in 5 seconds, so we'll see what kind of play they're looking to make.
Yep, and we see already pushing on point, but there's the wall. The wall's going to shatter immediately. Ramacha walking up. Zacher finds a really nice hit there. A ton of healing as well. The shift, but it's not going to be able to save him. That's one down for the side of Valpo. You have a lot of health, but the healing is really strong from the side of ISU. They're going to be able to take this first objective. The speed up coming from Era J. It might be able to get Mei right out of there. Gets a little bit of a reposition, but they're looking to re-engage again. That's just a lot of damage going out, and a really nice Mei wall from L there. That's going to separate the Ramacha. Ramacha should fall, and there it is. That's the first kill, and you're going to have Zacher back on this point now with the swap on the Reinhardt. They did get one pick, but that is going to be point. Going to use the dasher on the side, and a huge flank. Not going to be able to find the first kill. Still looking for the second one there. Gets the fire charge. Then it's Cool Stuff's going to finish off the second and the third, and that's going to be their first take on point. Ramon with the 4th kill, and Valpo's going to be able to take this objective after 30% to ISU.
Yeah, I think on Nepal, this first point, Mei is just super good because that wall completely blocks any entry or exit, so was able to isolate the tank there on that fight, and Zacher coming back in with the Reinhardt, looking really good, and we got some ults coming online here for Valpo. We got 4 coming up real soon here.
Yeah, big thing I think we've seen so far is that the Academy Overwatch team sometimes doesn't like to swap a lot, right? We see these kind of picks hold out, but Zacher immediately with the swap because we see the gates come out as well. There comes the Mei ult as well from the side of ISU, and they're getting shut down, but Ramon in the back, and that's a triple L finishing off that 3rd one right there, looking for the 4th on the Mei. Mei, no cooldowns, but the wall is going to finish it off, but that's 4 down for the side of ISU. Really nice counter engage there, being able to work with those ults, both support ults going down for ISU.
Yeah, the Ramon Reaper ult teamed up with the L Mei ult, looked really good. Had 2 enemies frozen there and was able to get 2 really good kills there. Super easy and kind of just steamrolled the fight from there.
Really nice timing as well, right? Obviously, Reaper having that Wraith mode, being able to step out of that Mei ult, but kind of just knowing when to re-engage with your ult, find another couple of picks, and you did blow both their supports. You do have tank and DPS ult from the side, and there's immediately the beam. Era J hits a really nice reaction as well and going to get the first kill. That ult is going to save them for this team fight. Ramacha's just healing a lot. They are going to fall down, but the backline is just so low. NH Cool Stuff's being able to jump in, finish off one. Mei looking for the second one here, and they're just going to push him back. You don't really have any frontline pressure on the side of ISU, so if Valpo can just just play with this edge, play with the Mei wall. It's useful, but Mei falls immediately. Zacher is still trying to get back to the point. Ramon's going to have to race step out. AJ following back as well. They're going to have to try and retake this point, but you do have Zacher. There comes the high noon, but the barrier is going to be huge. You're just going to try and wait it out, blocking the whole thing there and just walking this walking this Cassidy down. Immediately dashing to the side. You are Mei walled off. The healing's not going to be a little bit. Will fall. Ramon's still in the backside. Any cool stuff still following back. RJ on a bit of an angle here, still looking for something. They could re-engage this if they want, but they have to be careful about ult charge for the side of ISU.
Yeah, ult eco looking like it's about to be really good for the side of Valpo. They got that boop, got the Mei ult with the Ramon dropping
there
that
we
Reaper
go.
right away.
There we go.
And El picking up the other 2 kills as well, and that will be a team kill. And map 1 of game 1 going the side of Valpo. And I really liked when they had control point where they were playing in that choke point, using that Mei wall to isolate and split the team there. Unfortunately, Zacher did die early a couple times in those fights, so I think that was kind of the one mishap from map 1 there. But other than that, Valpo looking really good. DPS's supports firing on all cylinders. And I think Zacher's just not as familiar with the Reinhardt pick and is just kind of still feeling it out. You know, we've talked about like kind of this tank meta is counter swapping, picking different characters to counter what their team, what their tank is playing. And it's going to be really huge for him to keep building out this hero pool like as we go along through the regular season, working into the playoffs.
Yep, and I like the Orisa pick here. Obviously, we talked about Zacher kind of getting caught out a little bit in those last couple of fights, and on this middle map in Nepal, it's going to be more evident than ever. So you pick up Orisa, who can be unstoppable, right? Just kind of anchored down, won't get CC'd off point, and you're going to see just take a lot of pressure as well. So just shoving to the side. Rest of the comp for Valpo being pretty same, almost chunking out that full support there, but just having to wait a little bit to heal up. Ramon taking a really aggressive TP here, and now in the back line, gonna force ISU to back up there. Nobody caught him, so now just gonna back up. NH cool stuff kind of working over the side here, still trying to just play on this edge. Get a couple of tips, gets a really nice boop and finds one off of it as well, and that's gonna be enough for Valpo to try and push this. The wall from Mei gonna shove off. And now ISU gonna just push, ISU has to fall back here as Valpo pushes up on this point and takes first objective 20% off the clock.
Yeah, one of the best clips we had across the program happened actually on this map. Map 2 of Nepal, NH cool stuff on this Lucio. Finding the boops, just knocking people into the void. And we were able to see one again today, so
yep.
Valpo looked really good on this map last week.
Definitely, and Zacher immediately with a quick click there on the DPS, but it looks like ISU is going to try and pull the trigger anyways, but the Mei wall is going to be huge. That's going to be another one to Zacher, just shredding down. Mei falling extremely low. All that's left is the people in the back line there. Idle Witch is going to be able to trade one, but L immediately kills it back off. Zacher is going to trade again, and ISU's push is shattered once more.
Yep. AeroJ still piloting this Juno, so Juno did receive quite a bit of a nerf, but you know, still a very strong character here. Juno was like 100% have to pick every single team comp for a while.
Yep.
Received that pretty heavy nerf, but still overall a pretty good character as we see both supports having a Juno. Yeah, gonna have ult up here looking for that range.
Yeah, immediately both supports pull the trigger on their ults, and it's cool stuff finds one boop as well, and there's a huge pull in from Zacher. L and Zacher gonna just walk in this back line and finish it off. RJ picking up the third one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what to say in that team fight.
We finished the team fight, and I kind of just sat there staring at the screen. I didn't really know.
Valpo kind of steamrolled there.
Yeah, 90%. You do have 3 ults coming up for the side of ISU, but that's another one ult. A really nice flick from Zacher. Ramon picking up 2 on the ult as well. Just going to walk to this back line. Mei can't even join the fight. There's the ult, but it's going to get canceled too quick, and that's going to be first map going to Valpo.
Yeah, and it looked like Valpo was able to clean up a couple slight mistakes they had in game 1 there, and were able to not even give 1 point. And you know, here we go, Zacher getting the play of the game, really turning it around here in map 2 on the Orisa.
Yep, I love the Orisa pick here. It walks up with your team really strong in a lot of spots that tanks can't, right? And your displacement is just so huge, especially in the rest of these fights, that you just offer a lot more utility to your team.
Yeah. And on that map specifically, also kind of has a push away ability, his little spinny go at you thing.
Yes,
I
yeah.
have no idea what it's called.
It's a projectile delete as well. Kind of like how
Gotcha.
Diva works. So
Yep.
it's really nice for, again, pushing choke points like that, especially when you have a lot of hazardous terrain around you. But that is going to be map 1 for this Valpo Academy team. We're going to take a slight break, and we will catch you guys at the start of map 2. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our game 2, or map 2, of this best of 5 series here at Valpo Academy Overwatch. Overwatch taking the first game, or of course Overwatch takes the first game. Valpo takes the first game here in this series. I'm just in awe of how many words I can twist up in the very first intro of the second game. I think we're hitting a record here. That might be
Yep.
my worst intro I've ever given.
Better buckle up because we got a lot of Overwatch coming.
Yep. Yeah. I gotta lock in. But no. Immediately moving over to Kings Row. Right. A map we've seen a lot before from both of these teams. Definitely a clasher. Right. One that we get a lot of competition on. And Valpo's comp almost going the same. Right. But first time in I think 2 weeks that we haven't seen Juno.
Thanks for the compliment.
On Valpo.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
we might have seen
Man, any German
what's that?
music you recommend?
what's that character?
Kiriko.
Kiriko, yeah.
Yeah,
I almost said
that's it.
Karakugi, but that's
That's our player
one of
that's
our
playing
players.
tonight. Yeah.
But maybe for like split second I've seen the Kiriko, but I know it's something we've been working on. Kind of talking about that Juno nerf and just making sure that you know, we have a big enough pool if there's any, you know, patch drops, one playoffs come, things like that. Yeah, excited to see the Kiriko, and I think does a bit better on King's Row as well. So we have Reinhardt for Zacher again, something that is a bit new. So must have been working on it this week, and excited to see how it plays out.
Definitely. And also, like, with the elevation, the on is really nice. You have a lot of spaces that you can kind of play safe at, but they are going to take their first push in, and Ramon just gets melted right there as they're going to be forced to back up. The Suzu's going to save a little bit of damage there. Ramatra falling really low. The wall from Ella as well is going to isolate this Mei, but going to be forced to just icicle right back. Zacher's going to step up and finish off that kill. The healing just huge on him right now. He's going to back up. He's on 87%. L taking a lot of damage here. Really nice wall in the back, though. They're going to just try and shed the Ramatra. Ramatra falls down. They're going to walk to this back line as well. Zacher looking for a second one. The Zuno walked up a little bit too far. L's going to finish off the third. Zacher takes off the fourth, and all that's left is two. Ramon is in the back line as well. And Valpo able to stop the first push of this map.
Yeah, it looked pretty bleak at the beginning of that fight, but Zacher, along with L, were able to kind of clean up there. I will say, I think Reinhardt's really good at the beginning of King's Row on defense here, just having this big shield that takes up this entire choke point.
Yep.
Does have the Shatter available too, so it looks like he's looking for an angle for that, waiting for them to walk
Yeah.
their team as they walk through his choke.
Ryan is really good in just like maps like this, especially when he's strong in meta. There's the Mei wall, but L immediately going to answer right back with another Whale wall. It's going to be a tank 1v1, but it will fall. They're going to trade 1-for-1 there. Dweebatron takes the second one, and the Mei ult just trying to get his ult right here, shredding out on the Ramatra. 93%, no Ray form, and it's going to get frozen as well. Valpo being forced to back up here. The Ramatra is so low, almost going one, but the ult is just going to be right there, and Valpo is going to be forced off this point here.
Yeah, I think if
they might be able to retake though. They have 4 ults, right? If you want to take a retake, you have to slow it down a little bit here, but you're gonna have to step up now. And it looks like, yeah, they're going for it, and finds a 4-man shatter immediately in the back line. Now contesting on this point. Here comes the answer as well. The gate's open. Ramon is still working in the back. Does have the wraith. Does have the ult. Still looking for an angle here, and probably going to find it right off the edge. Waiting for just these gates to close, making sure you can use as much DPS as you can. Won't even need to use it. Really, really smart save as well, as Ramatra still onto this point. They can hold it, but there's the McCree. Gonna have to hold from the side. Excuse me, Cassidy. I was an Overwatch 1 player for a while. Gonna turn for the side. L trying to just shove. Will be able to pick up the first. Trying to pick up the second. Gets the wall off to make sure L cleans up on point with the 2 supports. And there we go. Valpo with a really, really clutch hold here. There's no ults coming up for the side of ISU yet. It's going to take one more fight, and Valpo still has 2 ults under their belt, with L coming up really close on his.
Yeah, Ramon was able to hold on to this Reaper ult, so hoping that L can get his second rotation of ultimate up quick for this fight. And it looks like he's must be hitting some shots or taking a lot of damage, because he's already at 90% now.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the issue why that first fight didn't work, was because the Reaper just didn't have ult in time for that freeze, wasn't able to get the DPS out in time. But do have that ult combo up, as well as NH cool stuff. Not on Lucio, I can't believe I didn't mention that earlier, with the ultimate as well.
Yep. Lucio's a bit rough for this map, because you do want to play a little bit spread out, right? And that's obviously not what Lucio wants, especially when you're on defense. But immediately the nano boost as well. Ramon jumps into the back line. The wall is only going to be able to pick up 1. The other 2 go on point, but the nano boost is still alive and kicking. Ramon picks up 2. Zacher picks up a 3rd. NH Cool Stuff's going to finish it off, but then NH Cool Stuff picks up the 4th. That's a team kill going into overtime, and that is going to be only 2 points of objective capped for the side of ISU. The hamster.
Yeah, and they're just seeing the ball fly out of there. But yeah, Valpo doing great on defense here, and all they need to do on attack is just capture the first point.
Yep. That's all they got to do.
Yeah, I agree that Lucio's not great on this map. It's just NH cool stuff.
Insane Lucio.
It's just Lucio.
Yeah, I agree.
Synonymous with Lucio in my brain.
I'd like to see Hamster, honestly. Yeah, Hamster.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone playing that in this facility.
For good reason, being honest. Okay, there's the Lucio back.
See it a lot, like right before the doors drop.
Yeah.
Before it begins.
I mean, honestly, I like Valpo's comp here. I think you have a lot of momentum. You can kind of just speed boost straight into their face. I don't think there's much slowing you down right now at ISU, right? Obviously, Maywall is something to worry about, but the thing is, if you're grouped together, it becomes a lot less of an issue, right? Because it's like it's the difference between your tank getting cut off and three of your teammates getting cut off, right? And I'd take the three over just the tank any day. Can hear the Kings Row sirens, and I thought they were outside, honestly. We're in the basement. I don't even know why I thought I could hear that. But, yeah, here comes the speed
Would've been bad if we
immediately.
could hear sirens from here.
Yeah. But the May wall is used really early as well to stop May. But L just baited it out a little bit there, knowing that he can kind of just icicle himself. And there's the dash in as well. Finds the Rumatra. Gonna get stunned back off of it, but immediately on the back line, Zacher finds one. The DPS going in really strong here as well. They are at a numbers advantage here. Getting pulled in from the side as well. Just jumping around the corner. NH Cool Stuff and Ramon are gonna finish off the second. Ramon looking for the third kill of this fight. But NH Cool Stuff's gonna find it. There's the fourth going down. All that's left is Cassidy, and Cassidy's going to fall immediately. Zacher's pushed up on the point. They're just trying to stop it. Yeah, there's the Tracer swap, but IRJ going to just snipe off there, and they're just capturing this point. I think they just need to stay on it to keep it quick, let Zacher
This is
take the
quite a
time.
long point take, so might
Yeah,
have
there
a
it
chance
is.
to get back with this ball, but that'll do it.
Hey, there's Hampter. Hi, Hampter. But, yeah, there's Valpo Academy going to win their second map of this series, putting them up to 2-0.
Oh, actually, I thought we were gonna see that 4-man shatter.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ramon on the
Yeah,
replay
this was nice. Just being able to push up here. Valpo again just immediately taking it in. You gotta say L had a really nice play early as well. Jumping in, knowing that the Mei would try to isolate with the wall, and then just shielding himself once the Mei wall dropped, and they all just walked in right after that. So it's good to see play like that, and I really do appreciate when teams can kind of show off a little bit of that mental intrigue.
Yeah, so Valpo looking great here in game 2 on Kings Row. But we are going to take a short break as we wait for game 3.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our Game 3 of this Valpo Academy NECC Week 5 versus the Illinois State University Redbird Rebels. Got the whole one out this time. Valpo going up, going up 2-0 in the series right now. Moving on to this push map here. Playing pretty commandingly, right? Obviously, with one roster change, now Happy Squid at support, subbing in for NH Cool Stuff. So you're going to have to see probably a little bit of a comp change up, but shouldn't be too much because now Valpo really is kicking in all gears. Firing on all cylinders. That's the one. Kicking in
say
all
that
gears
a lot for
isn't
Rocket
a
League for some reason.
firing on all cylinders? Or kicking it in gear? Or both? It's just,
Whatever.
I know we don't have the caster cam on right now, but Henry just gave me the most defeated shrug ever. We're definitely running our course here in the caster booth, but we're excited to be here and we're excited to see this game because hopefully Valpo will be able to close out this series with a clean 3-0. Not to jinx it though, knocking on wood. As we're going to see Zacher on the Junker Queen, right? We've seen this pick taken a lot before. They are going to take a really early push. Robot hasn't unlocked yet, right? So obviously just trying to stay a little bit safe, but you do have somebody on the high side. Ramon still playing this kind of defense on the bot. Just kind of hold this top. L on the Cassidy, excuse me, does have a really nice flank angle here. Still looking for something in the support, but you have to be careful to the right. Ramon's going to be able to finish off one, and they're immediately to shove in from the side, looking for the shot. L finds one in the back. Era J gets the second one as well. Ramatra falling down to one. All that's left is May, and the robot unlocks just in time for Valpo to take the objective.
Yeah, great team fight there by Valpo. L on the Cassidy, I think that's new for him, but was looking really good in that first team fight.
Yeah, I like the angle, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to take a little bit of a high ground opportunity, so being able to kind of just weave in a couple of shots of the support definitely puts the pressure on.
Yep, and thing about this push map is it's very tough to make a comeback. The momentum is huge, especially if they're able to get to this first checkpoint for the closer respawns, but it looks like the contest will come in just before they cap this point.
Ooh, L's got to be careful here if they decide to push, especially with that May wall, but it looks like he is going to be a little bit safe as Ramon starts to walk up now. They do have a couple of shots here on 75%, but Zacher's in the back line. That's one, that's two, looking for the third one on the Ramatra, finds it as well. Ramon drops the fourth, and all that's left is May again. L's not going to let that slide. That's another team kill for Valpo, and that's another objective pushed.
Go Valpo. I think we gotta play. I think we gotta play the game there by Zacher too on the Junker Queen.
Yeah.
Nice to see him back on his comfort pick too. I mean, he's a menace on this pick.
Yeah, be careful though. We do have Ramon ult coming up, and we have Deadeye coming up from L. Yep. We have some more play of the game opportunities as Zacher gets caught out by the May wall right there, but you see Ramon just kind of sitting in the back. They did use a lot. Going to be able to pick up one. Probably won't have to pop the ult here. Just looking to pick up a second one as well. Going to have to just Wraith mode to the back as well. Getting run away. Valpo having to back up, obviously. Don't have to force much without a tank. You took a lot of objective pressure off. So now you're kind of just playing to this angle. Ramon sitting on this side, maybe trying not to get spotted, but we'll just try to throw down a couple of shots. There's the Deadeye as well coming out from both sides. Gonna look to pick one. Will find one. Looks like the other Deadeye won't pop off as Ramon finds the second one. L picks up the third, and the DPS are just putting in work right now, walking them up. Zacher's gonna be able to push Ramon, and that's another team kill for the side of Valpo. The three have respawned for the side of ISU, but it happened so quickly that we don't count it.
Valpo in a really good spot here with 7 minutes left here, but Ulticon looking extremely high for both sides. 4 for the side of Valpo, and then almost having 4 or 5 for the side of ISU.
Yeah, Valpo's team fighting has been spectacular this game, right? So I definitely don't doubt that these ults will come to use. You probably can look, yeah, there's the Junker Queen, and then looking in the backline as well. You might not need to pop the ult because you do have the ISU May ult coming out, and that's already 3 down. All you need to use was 1 with the beatdown, and that's going to save it, as that's another team kill for Valpo, and they're pushing on this final objective, still holding 2 ults. ISU has 4, but the question is, will they even have time to pull them out, as there's an immediate pull from spawn. Zacher just spacing so much damage here with the boost. There's the ult in as well, but Cassidy's going to fall down for 1. L's going to pick up the second kill, and they push onto this objective. Valpo Academy with a quick 3-0 this week for NECC Week 5.
Great game by Valpo. Very dominant series there for Valpo, and we will see the play of the game. Zacher called it.
Yep. I'll give you that one. But immediately the dash in, yeah. This was just really aggressive. Being able to walk in, know your limits, kind of just walk to that back line. Nothing stopping you. Finish off that very last kill, and that's going to be a team kill. And that is the series. Really quick. Obviously, not done with the streams tonight because we still do have Varsity Overwatch at 8 o'clock tonight. So please tune in if you got the time. We'd really appreciate all the support. And thank you guys for being here.
Next time.
Yep, till next time.